52 years old, now in contention for the job at Liverpool. His agents were in England very recently. Liverpool faces new injury problems ahead of crucial clashes against Fulham and West Ham. Fabrizio Romano. Emerging interest in Liverpool maestro. Fate may depend on the new manager. Hello, fellow fan. Let's check out the latest news from the greatest club in the world. FSG and Michael Edwards are committed to finding the right replacement for Jurgen Klopp at the end of the season. Sport Lisboa's coach, Ruben Amorim, is considered the top candidate to take over at Anfield. However, nothing is confirmed yet, which means other names are still being considered. Although Amorim is quickly gaining support from many Liverpool fans, without a deal in place, the Reds need to consider other options. According to a report from the Daily Mail, former Bayern Munich coach Niko Kovac is a potential option for the Reds. Kovac is currently unemployed after an unsuccessful stint with Wolfsburg. However, the 52-year-old coach has a good reputation in the sport, having won titles with Bayern Munich in 2019 and achieving good results with Monaco. The report states that Kovac's representatives were recently in England exploring potential job opportunities. Kovac's possible appointment would be a surprise for Liverpool. We are reaching a point where it seems that if it's not Ruben Amorim, Liverpool fans will be disappointed. There has been much speculation about him taking the job, so it would be another blow if he wasn't chosen. With Kovac, there are pros and cons, as with any coach. But overall, it would seem like a risky bet from FSG. Kovac is 52 years old now, and while he brings experience, it's not like Liverpool is looking for a coach who will radically change the game. It seems Kovac and his team are trying to increase their visibility. Liverpool fans probably hope it's just that, while still holding out hope for hiring Amorim. Fan, what do you think about Coach Kovac? Liverpool fears that young fullback Connor Bradley may have suffered a ligament injury in the team's defeat to Crystal Palace at Anfield on Sunday. The 20-year-old player could be sidelined, potentially missing the upcoming crucial matches against Fulham and West Ham. Jurgen Klopp's men cannot afford any more slip-ups if they want to keep the pressure on Manchester City in the race for the Premier League title. Liverpool was defeated 1-0 by the Eagles yesterday, with the current champions now 2 points ahead at the top of the table, after Arsenal was also defeated. Next, Liverpool will travel to face Fulham in the league, followed by a Merseyside derby against Everton at Goodison Park, and then a third consecutive away day to face West Ham at the London Stadium at the end of the month. There's also the second leg of the Europa League quarter-finals against Atalanta, with Liverpool trailing 3-0 on aggregate, meaning squad depth will be crucial. Bradley has had a standout season at Liverpool and has emerged as one of the league's brightest talents while deputizing for Trent Alexander-Arnold this season. Bradley has made 10 appearances in the Premier League this season, all since the turn of the year, scoring 1 goal and providing 3 assists in the process. However, he was forced off the field at the 48th minute at Anfield on Sunday. Speaking after the defeat, Klopp said, "As it is nowadays, something like this also happens. Connor stretched his foot a bit. The first moment and what Connor felt didn't look great. But now I heard a little bit that it's resolved very quickly. I don't know. Is the ligament damaged or not? I don't know, so we'll get that information tomorrow or Tuesday, but it was very painful for him, so it's not cool." Any ligament injury can indicate a long layoff, but Liverpool will be buoyed by the fact that it was Alexander-Arnold who came off the bench to replace Bradley against Crystal Palace. The England international hadn't played since February due to a knee ligament problem. According to Fabrizio Romano, the future of young Fabio Carvalho may depend on the club's next manager. Carvalho has failed to establish himself at Anfield since being transferred from Fulham 2 years ago, although he is currently enjoying a fruitful loan spell at Hull City, which could still pave the way for a reconciliation at his parent club. In his latest daily briefing for Caught Offside, the Italian stated that the 21-year-old is attracting growing interest due to his form at the MKM Stadium, although nothing concrete is expected to materialize in the near future. Romano wrote, "After a good spell on loan at Hull City, there is some emerging interest in Liverpool's Fabio Carvalho. At the moment, it's just interest in making inquiries about the situation, not negotiations with Liverpool. So it's too early to discuss a possible deal or similar. Liverpool won't decide now. It will depend on the new manager. There are many things to resolve before discussing Fabio's future, but his performances are appreciated by many clubs. Carvalho's goal over the weekend was his 3rd in 4 games and 8th in 16 matches since he was loaned to Hull. a refreshing contrast with the aborted spell he endured at RB Leipzig earlier in the season, where most of his 15 appearances were symbolic cameos off the bench. His rich form contrasts with the premature wastefulness of Liverpool's current attackers, whose finishing has deserted them at the worst possible time of the season. There's no guarantee that the 21-year-old will return to Anfield and light up the stage, but he's doing everything in his power to fight for a long-term future at his parent club. As Romano stated, much could depend on who is appointed to replace Jurgen Klopp and whether they see Carvalho as an integral part of their plans on Merseyside. For now, all the young player can do is maintain his excellent form at Hull. If he leads them to the playoffs and subsequently to promotion to the Premier League, it may be impossible to ignore him for Liverpool's next manager. Thank you very much for watching until here. Until next time.